I'm going to try to show some of these pictures that I've acquired that my grandfather gave me recently. I asked for copies, and he just gave me the originals. These are really cool pictures, I'm assuming out of the 20s. Before the Great Recession, and I guess around 29 when everything crashed. My great-grandfather, Claire, was the operator of this guy. And this guy right here, for any of you that don't know, since this don't have a petroleum engine, he was running the fire to create the steam, and was told that was kind of a big job, because if he wasn't keeping the fire right for what they needed up here, you couldn't get the machine to do what it needed to do. And well, I wish I could get this guy right here out of the way. Yeah, well, I'm not smart enough to know how to do that. But anyways, so that's my great-grandfather there. And I think this guy right here was Mr. Panini, maybe. He was the owner of the shovel. And this was his son. I don't know who this guy and these two are. Maybe something to do with the job site. Here's another picture of the shovel. To go back to what I was saying, though, he made a good living running this back in the day. I was told that there wasn't a lot of shovel operators, so he made a good living. And after things crashed, the government started training people to do a lot of jobs, and I guess they trained a lot of operators and flooded the market. And he ended up going to work in a steel mill because prices got so low because there was so many operators available. All the pay fell. But you can't see on the picture here, but this says the Osgood Company, Marion, Ohio. And the shovels are cool to watch. I went to Lakeside Sand and Gravel's open house in Ohio this year, and theirs were all petroleum engine ran, but they're still really cool to watch. And the bigger shovel, maybe out of the 60s or 70s they had, maybe, I can't remember, maybe it was a Bucyrus Erie, like a 71 or something like that. That was really cool to watch. But they had a lot of neat stuff there. If you ever are considering going, it's worth going. I drove from Georgia to Ohio, and it was worth the trip. Here's some of the, I believe, Mac. If you look at the sorry, I'm kind of shaking a little bit, but if you look at the emblem right there on the front, I'm thinking those are Mac. But yeah, it looks like there's a little M there. But notice these are all solid tires on these trucks. And there's my great-grandfather again, and there's the fire operator, and there's a guy in the bucket. And then here are some more trucks, and the guy, there's the owner again, I think Mr. Panini, and I think maybe his son's right there. And then I guess some of these other guys are from the job, just watching the job or something. And this picture, if you notice, are kind of different. This truck's a little smaller than this one. This looks like a little bit bigger of a truck. They got different cabs. That one's got a straight top like this guy, and this one's got a curve. And even these two trucks are different. The one up there kind of looks like this one, but I was told the big deal about this guy right here, not the guy, but the truck, is if you notice, this is the only truck out of all the trucks on here that has pneumatic tires. You see, that this truck's all solid tires, and this row of trucks here is all solid tire. So this was a big deal, and I don't exactly know what year these are. Even my grandfather is my great-grandfather's son, so even he don't really, that was almost 90 years ago, so it's kind of fuzzy on that, but I'm pretty sure it had to have been before 1929 because that's when everything crashed and the CCC started training to create jobs, and when they started doing a bunch of projects, and that's when it flooded the market for operators and the wages went down. But I was told that they didn't live that well back then, but when I saw a picture, they had a pretty nice car for back in that day. So I don't know, my grandpa might have been kidding about that. It looked like they were living pretty well. But these are some pictures I treasure, and was really excited that my grandfather gave them to me. I was just looking for some copies, and he said he's old enough that he don't need them anymore, and I assume he wanted them in good hands, so I just wanted to share. It's really cool to have a picture like that, being in the excavation business, of my great-grandfather about 90 years ago. That's really cool. Hope you guys enjoyed that. Sorry for the shaking.